Welcome to the ripple effect of love for dads and families. How important is it to laugh together and grow together? We all do our best. We all have moments where this can be very challenging. And that's why I feel that self regulating is one of the most important ways to keep our amygdala, which is our survival mode, which is what triggers us into um, anger, fear, overwhelm, stress, anxiety. So, welcome to the Ripple Effect of Love for Dads and Families. I'm Christine Bernat, stress management coach and more. Today, as we talk about, give me a second, my notes ran away on me because I need notes to stay well organized, and that's who I am. And when I have my notes, I can stay well on track, almost there. Here we go. Oh, yes. So I'd like us to start with just taking a nice deep breath in. And let's just release what's keeping you from your joy using the ABCs of Snap, Tap, Zap today. So I want you to take a nice deep breath in. Relax your shoulders and exhale. Now we're going to snap or clap as we tap on the sternum, roughly at the heart level. Breathe in as you scan your body to see where your tension is. Relax those shoulders. You can wiggle them, relax the spine, and exhale. Nice deep breath in again. Relax the shoulders and exhale. So what's keeping you from your joy with yourself, with your loved one, with your partner, with your children? Is it stress? Is it not enough time? Is it that you're feeling that you're not good enough? Is it that you're wondering if what you're doing is the right thing? Or is it that you're unable to, I don't like the word control, but I will use it in this case. You're unable to control those outbursts that just come out. You know, you may get up in the morning and today I will stay calm with my kids. And then first thing you know, you're just dumping all the anger or whatever's stuck in you onto them, just like your parents did or grandparents did way back. Some of you had amazing parents to raise you. Congratulations. And some of you had parents who worked 3 jobs and weren't there much. And some of you were in environments that were very, very challenging. And that's why when we snap, tap, and zap, it gives us permission to safely reconnect to what it is that happened, because when we're tapping on this meridian point, we're sending a message to the amygdala, that part of the brain that's going into survival mode, like if a lion was running after you. Well, there's no lions here, especially in Canada. Maybe if you're in Africa, yes, you might say, yes, I need to watch out for the lions, and that's okay. But when you're in your home or in a home, in a building, the lion won't come in. So why are you being triggered just like if there was a lion running after you? Well, that's because your brain is wired to keep you safe. And at some point in your life, Something happened to make you believe that if somebody rolls their eyes at you or somebody looks at you in a certain way, you're not safe. That's how your brain registered it. But today, with everything that you know, maybe you're ready to take a deep breath, notice where you're holding that, and exhale that onto the spiraling train, who will bring that down into the magma to be burned. And then once we've released that, let's do it one more time, breathing in, scanning into our body, thanking our body for showing us, relaxing those shoulders, and exhale. Just letting it all go. With love, peace, and harmony inside of us. Deep breath in. And I'm ready to blow that onto the spiraling train. Let's go. Beautiful. If you're still feeling some of the stress, anxiety, keep tapping and breathing as I talk so that you can continue to release. Even if you're just releasing a tiny little bit at a time, it's okay. There's no right or wrong way. So breathing in and exhaling. So now, hopefully you've released a lot of the baggage that you showed up with. And hopefully you're feeling a lot calmer and a lot more into the moment right now. So as we move forward in this segment, I would love for you to remember a time, maybe when you were little or with your own children, that brought you joy. Maybe it was this morning, yesterday, maybe it was a year, 2 years ago, maybe it was 30 years ago. That's okay. Just remember that moment. Breathe in, think of it, see it, look at the details of it. How did you feel? How did your heart feel? Did it feel warm and yummy? So when we reconnect through our joy of ourselves, what were we doing? And what were we wearing? Let's use our 5 senses. What did it smell like? Maybe it just smelled like freshness if you were outside. Now, can you bring that feeling in today? Keep it in your heart and imagine yourself playing with your children. Now, playing, if they're teens, might be going to a football game, baseball game, hockey game, right? It'll be different. Playing with your little ones, if they're toddlers and you're tired, it can be laying down and they're the doctor and you're the sick one and they're taking care of you while you have a 2-minute nap, right? It can look very, very differently. And that's okay. And it's just about being in that moment of joy where you get to breathe in, relax, and bring more play into your family. A couple weekends ago, my children were here and we played Scrabble. We had a great time. Funny words came out, and of course, there was a couple of words that were inappropriate language, but it was said, well, this is all I could play with the words I have. So, mom, just let it be. So we did, and we all laughed when the word came out, and made jokes about it and just kept it light, and we enjoyed it. So, how, because I could have said, oh, that word's inappropriate. I don't want you to use that word, and blah, 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 blah. And it would have turned the joy down, right? But by saying ahead of time, this word's inappropriate. And, my children are adults, so it's okay. And we can also say, if your children are younger and you're playing Scrabble, you can also say, only appropriate words are allowed. That way, you set a clear boundary before you play the game. And if your children are smart, you need to outsmart them. And that is a huge challenge when we have bright kids, because they will think of ways to go around the rules, which is okay because it shows you how smart they are. I still remember when I was teaching, and I had some children that would show up and couldn't read in grade 5, and I was like, and you'd look at him and you'd look at the child and you'd see, and you're like, there's no way this child can't read. And the only homework I gave was to take magazine, like it could be a sports magazine, it could be a book that you both like, it could be comic strip books, comic books, and read those. Just take 15 minutes every day and read together. And you can just ask your child to read the easiest word, one word from each paragraph, or 2 words, but with your finger, just follow what you're reading so that they can see. And within a trimester or within the year, the child was back up at grade level reading. What did they need? They needed love to learn. Okay? I've seen many teachers have a rough time understanding everybody in the classroom, including myself, right? We do our best, but sometimes we're unable to stay in joy. The brain will learn so much better if there is joy. So when you are trying to teach something to your children through play, through joy, it is so much better. There is something else that I also learned in my journey, is that sometimes we want this and this and that for our children, but our children want something totally different. And it's okay. It takes a lot of self-love for ourselves, a lot of self-regulating to be able to accept where it is that our child is and where it is that our child wants to go. Because what we were told, and we did, and often we end up in a job that we don't really care for, but it provides for the family and we need to provide. And yes, you don't want to let your family starve, and I totally get it. However, what if you were giving your child permission to be themselves and to find their own way? They'll want to be 1,000 different things as they grow up. Play that game with them. Enjoy it. Allow them to be that. Allow them to see what it's like. Bring them to work. Somebody, relatives, or an organization, or, there's career planning, college planning with Phil Vitrano. I'll invite him in one of these days to my show so that he can tell you about how he helps teens choose what college they want to go. That's a really cool. And I believe that it is tomorrow that I have a special guest. Yes, I'm very excited to have this guest tomorrow. He's part of a nonprofit organization that supports children and their families involved within the child welfare system. So, how can we support these children to just be the best version of themselves? They have not been brought up, most likely, um, with abundance. If they're in the welfare system, there isn't much money, but the mindset is challenging for these children to get out of there. So they need, in my opinion, of course, to learn to self regulate. So tomorrow we will be welcoming Todd Lingle to the show. And I hope you enjoyed today. And I will see you tomorrow with Todd Lingle at 1 p.m. Eastern. And tune in. How do you feel right now compared to when you tuned in? Are you feeling better? Are you feeling more grounded? Are you feeling like you can see what are some new joyful things, some play that you can do with your children? So, in the chat, what's a fun moment you've shared recently with someone, your child or your spouse? Please put that in the chat, share. It might give ideas to others who haven't thought to try that out. And if you are interested in more of a private group, because this is online, everybody's here, and that's okay. But not everyone is comfortable with that. So, starting very soon, March 10th, I will have a 12-month program for the ripple effect of love for dads and families so that you can become more confident, set better boundaries, develop more understanding, and develop your connection with your children and your spouse so that you can reduce the negative emotions. So it's a support group, it's a community to support one another. Your family is ready for the ripple effect of love. Are you? Do you want to leave a legacy of love? If you're interested, hurry up. I have a $200 discount. Talk about amazing. And the QR code is there. Book now. Can you see that? Enjoy that. And I will see you tomorrow for the ripple effect of love at 1 p.m. So take great care of yourself. Just scan the QR code. And I look forward to supporting you on your journey to leaving a legacy of love for your children.